welcome back to Estate Sale Treasures episode 6. Really glad to have you here, Kent. It's a great day right here in the middle of July. Not the middle, it's actually the beginning, 4th of July. So it is the dog days of summer, and that finds us with slow sales and slow estate sales. So it was a short week. It is I hit a Wednesday and I hit a Thursday, and then the weekend kind of hit, so didn't make it out Friday or Saturday. So don't have that much to show you this week, but I thought this was a good time listening to the scavengers over there. They were talking about it's maybe a good time to experiment, and I thought, you know what, it certainly is. So I have an item in here that I'm going to be trying to incorporate into the business strategy here, and I'll show you that here at the end. So stick around and check out what I'm doing. Alright, so without further ado, let's get right into it. So as you can see, my little beautiful setup here. Let's start off here with the big bopper. The guys I love. That's right. It's a Polaroid 600 land camera. They call these rainbows, and I think you can see why. So, excuse me. A little bit of a frog in my throat there. But what I do is I do have an old ream of instant, and as you can see, these just pop open right there. You just push open on that button, they pop open. You stick in the cartridge right there, and that would pop out the actual photos. I don't have any photos on it, but the cartridge itself still has the battery in it. So with that, you can see if it'll run the mechanism. And that's all you have to really do to test them. Because if you hear that when you hit the picture button and it go ahead and fires off, you know that that thing works. So, and these are an easy score. They sell quickly, so I'll usually do more on these. So, when they have that $8 price tag, I'm not scared because you can double your money at least. So, and it's a quick sale. They are hot right now. So, because look at that thing. If you were, a collector or a college kid or whatever, this is some hot stuff. So don't pass on these. They're awesome, especially the rainbow. And if you can find these branded with like Legos, get that. 10 out of times, just get it. You'll be happy you did. So let's put that over there. All right, next, these are something I always pop on. It's leather bound. Does anyone have a guess what it is? Or let me put it into focus. Make it come out of there. Yeah, if you guessed the Bible, you are absolutely right. So, it's a leather bound, and it wasn't inscribed to anyone. So, this has that piece that's going to come out. So yeah, whoa! And it has the gilding on it, if you can see that. So it's in decent shape. Books, that's how I started off with books. I had a friend who had this hookup. I call it a hookup. He was married to a girl whose family worked for this big book distributor called Follett. And they had this book sale once a year, and it was amazing. He was buying like books for $0.25 and then obviously selling them. And so I saw immediately like how awesome it was. So then I started going to all those like library sales, and that's I have a bunch with Amazon, but that business is definitely dying off. That's changing in big bad ways. So yeah, I still have that albatross, but yeah, so that's really the kind of only books I'll pop on anymore. I don't sit there and go through the piles of books anymore. It's not worth it. So, they won. The penny sellers won. So, anyways, Bibles, some are good. So, yeah, make sure you take a look at those. Next, I thought this was super duper awesome, wicked cool. Look at them. So, I'm interested in the tiki stuff, and I got interested just because listening to the old Thrifting from the Boys guy, Jason, over there, and I saw just how cool it was. So this was a candle, and it's hard, so I think it's pretty old. I think it's from like the 70s. I haven't been able to pinpoint any others like this online, It is pretty tall. I'd say it's about 12 inches tall. And I got it for, well, I think it was 50% off on Wednesday. It was a one day only estate sale, and this was in there. So got it for 50 cents. And even if I don't sell it, I'm going to use this thing like when I have my next tiki party. So super cool. And I believe, I don't think this is a great score by any means, but just thought it was cool. Unique, that's for sure, right? You don't see those very often. Alright, next. I'll give you one of those bolo items that all the other gurus are out there telling you, like, these 12 items are the super best. So this toy right here. Dun dun dun. And it's that brand right there. Dun dun dun. Shepherd's Stompers. Stompers are so hot. Now this is kind of different than what the normal Stompers are. The Stompers, I remember, and this was a toy from the 80s, so it was like kind of right in my neck of the woods. They were like little 4x4 trucks, and they had a little on-off switch, and they were just battery operated. That's all they were. And but they were kind of like jacked up, and they had like aggressive tires, and they would just like drive over stuff. But go ahead and take a look at that brand. It's an amazing brand, and it's I have found them at estate sales. This came out of an auction I went to this week. I paid up for a lot of toys because I saw that in there, and immediately after I bought it, some guy came up to me. He's like, "Oh, I'll buy that Stomper off for $5," which I hope he was joking because it's kind of a jerky move to make. So yeah, it's super awesome, and they're super collectible right now. So especially with my generation, kind of going back and wanting to grab pieces of their youth. In fact, that brand right there, I don't even bother with the Star Wars anymore because it's just so saturated and full of people wanting to make quick dollar and all that kind of stuff. But Stompers, that brand hasn't kind of seen that kind of oversaturation. So be on the lookout. All right, next, here is something that I'm gonna start looking at. So Kodak Chrome, these, if you don't know, are the old slides. So let's see if we can get one in here. Can you see that? Let me get a white piece of paper. I'll be right back. Alright, so here we are. So these are slides. It's like the old 60s, 70s type of slides. This is, looks like a parade. I'm thinking it's the Rose Parade because this says it was Monarch Photo, Los Angeles, California. I don't know. Maybe it's not. I'll go through them all. But, yeah, photos, old photos and slides, I think they're starting to become more collectible as this they're really a novelty. And then I think too, like designers and artists, I could just see this being something to be to look back at and cherished for years to come, especially since we've now moved into this digital age where everyone's just snapping away, and I wonder what'll become of all that. So anyways, it's something new I'm going into. I have a bunch now because I've collected them, but I haven't really made my move yet on what I'm going to do. So yeah, it's just one of those things in the quote-unquote death piles that are built up, but we'll get around to that here. Yeah, so next, it was at a estate sale I went to Wednesday. Might have been that same California trip. So I thought this was cool. So this is the Golden State Bridge being built. So it's just a postcard. So I have dabbled in postcards. Going to the auction, you just get lots of them. You can get like a couple hundred for $5. So it was one of those things like back in the day when I was really not sure about things. I thought, oh man, you can get 500 of these up and sell them all. But obviously, I kind of buy them based on the matter. So I thought these are cool with the Golden Gate Bridge being built. It's kind of some cool art there. So anyways, just take a pop on those. Not really going to bring anything. And then here is possibly next the creepiest thing I've ever bought. and my kids hate this thing with a passion. Like they tell me to throw it out. So, I believe it's a Norge. I thought it was a troll. The woman at the estate sale thought it was a gnome. But anyways, I did a little research, and it looks like they're Don Arnold, maybe was the guy's name. I don't know how you pronounce that. But I got this in the lot. I paid $20 for the whole lot, so I wasn't too scared. But you can see it has on his feet. He has it stamped. It says something like Norge latex. There it is, latex, and there's the Norge over there. But I thought I liked this sweater so the others I saw online weren't as ornate, and they had a clasp. I was just talking to a lady because she was, she was working on a Wednesday and stuff. So I just asked her what she knew about it. She just said the dealers that she deals with said there are dealers for this, and that it's worth something. She thought it was worth $100. I don't know about that, but the others I saw with the similar sweater without the detail work and the clasp went for like $40. So I don't know. Maybe he's a rare edition, but what do you think? How would you like this dude visiting you at night? Hey, my little sweet. I don't know. It's I hope I haven't scarred them for life, because I've been playing with them on going to bed. If they don't go to bed, I break out old Smiley there. So another awesome find for me. Ta-da! Garbage Pail Kids down in the basement in the old kids room. This guy's house, one of the kids had forgot their Garbage Pail Kids, and these were right out of my era. So they are just what they were is Topps came out with these cards around that craze with the Cabbage Patch Kids, and kind of making fun of the Cabbage Patch Kids. So they're all kind of grotesque in a way, and a play on words. But they're stickers, and then on the back they have they build a puzzle or have a checklist or have a comic. So back in the day, these were super duper. These aren't that rare. These all look like 3rd or 4th series. I don't think there's anything probably really good in here. I bought these originally for my camper. That's right, the Mess O-Trout light set, $2. Dun dun dun. Yeah, you got it. So I bought these because we camp. So I didn't buy these with the intention of reselling. Boy, that's a common theme with me, isn't it? I'm buying a lot of stuff for my kids and my camping, aren't I? But got it home, showed my wife, and she goes, "Those are so ugly. No way." So these are gonna go right into the eBay pile. I did find, though, luckily for me, they retail for about $20. So I will make sure they work, and then I will send those along to some lucky camper whose wife doesn't mind a bunch of fish. Alright, and next, the second estates that I went to, I did think this was cool. Going through the magazines, I found this. Magazines were 50 cents. And this is the 5th annual International Ice Carnival that happened at the Chicago Stadium. It was a souvenir program for 25 cents. And when I went into it, what I would thought was awesome, and maybe you don't, the advertising. So, season's greetings from J.R. Reynolds Tobacco. Look at that. Old Santa hawking some cigarettes there. What a different world. I thought that was just insane. So not that the program, I think someone else had it. There's a Chesterfield. Ooh, that's pretty nice. That's a nice ad. Wow, is that right? Look at that year. 1936. That might be just when that happened. But anyways, super cool. A flash to the past. Some Florsheim shoes in there. Some Dewars, is that how you say it? I don't drink, so Dewars. I don't know. Nestor Johnson Low Boys. Johnson skates. All right. Well, I think it's a treasure. Enjoy Goodman's Vitamin D ice cream. Get your vital energy. I gotta tell you, this thing is gold. I love this thing. And next in that same bin, moving on, a little more timely. Looks like a 2007 Tim McGraw and Faith Hill Soul to Soul tour program. So I think they've split though. I think the two souls have gone on. And look at that. Look at that. Now that is some powerful stuff there. But I don't know. We'll see what this goes for. I didn't. Yeah, it's a shame. They seemed like a good. But you know, I think stardom is hard, but they seemed like they had it the world by the tail. But you know, who knows? But I don't know. I'll pop on this. If nothing else, I'll bring it down to the local record store and have a good talk with the record store owner guy down there. All right, and last, as I promised, my experimentation for July. Dun dun dun. Ooh. Socks. That's right. I am going to dabble in socks. So, this is just one example. I'm going to take some of my profits and roll it into a bunch of socks. It's time to start looking beyond the estate sales and maybe get some more kind of bread and butter stuff going. So that's it, and as always, thanks for stopping by and keep finding those treasures, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.